Just talking regret, I'm talking spiritual debt. A soul with shackles and flesh, but now I'm cashing a check. I got receipts from the grave, he paid it all when he bled. I used to wrestle with death, now I walk out with
my... Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to experience is more than just a song, it's a cry from the heart of redemption. At the center stands little Bieber, soft-voiced, spirit-led. His words rise like incense, full of wonder and surrender. A son reaching for the father who never left. Beside him, Lil Eminem, intense, relentless, real. His rhymes strike like lightning, exposing the chains, then testifying of the God who shattered them. Together they carry a sound not born from performance, but from deliverance. This is not just music. This is Chainbreaker.
I was walking with shadows over my soul, bound by guilt I couldn't control. Every step was heavy with shame. Then I heard you gently call my name and say you came for the lost and weak, a light in the dark for those who seek. I fell to my knees, broken and tired, but your love met me in the fire. You're my chain breaker, my soul's defender. No wall too high, no grave too deep. You tore the veil, you crushed the darkness. Now I rise, forever free.
Locked in my mind, I was living like Jonah inside of a cell with the water still rising. Voices were twisting and hissing, addiction and shame at a grip that was tighter than iron. Numbing the pain, I was running insane, couldn't function, I fumbled my faith in the fire. But the moment I screamed out his name and the chains that I drag, I destroy like a lion. I ain't just talking regret, I'm talking spiritual debt. A soul with shackles and flesh, but now I'm cashing a check. I got receipts from the grave, he paid it all when he bled. I used to wrestle with death, now I walk out with my head high.
Chainbreaker, my soul's defender. You came for me when I couldn't speak. You crossed the storm, you shook the silence. Now I live forever free.
Man, I was branded, stranded, panic, attacking and crashing, crack like the tablets Moses smashed. Man, I was lacking compassion, packed with baggage, habits tragic. Felt like heaven was passive, but then the master cracked my casket. Now I'm rapping with passion, chains to ashes, fear to flames. Now I spit bars like songs of praise. Death backed up, it saw that name, and I ain't going back to them yesterdays.
The same God who broke Paul's chains walked into my prison and called me by name. The same voice that calmed the sea whispered, child, you are free. Free indeed, free indeed. You're my chainbreaker, my soul's defender. You broke the night and restored my peace. No fear remains, no guilt can hold me. You are love, and you set me free. Whom the sun sets free is free indeed.
Thank you for not just hearing the song, but feeling it. Thank you for staying through the entire thing, for giving your time and heart. That alone means more than you know. Because Chainbreaker, it's not just music, it's personal, it's testimony. It's one of those songs that came out of the kind of silence you can only feel when your heart is too heavy to pray. You know that kind of silence, where you're surrounded by noise but still feel like no one hears you? That's where this came from. I don't think we talk enough about how loud chains can be, Not the metal ones, the invisible ones. Shame, trauma, addiction, fear, comparison, secrets. They rattle when you walk. They drag behind your worship. You can lift your hands in church and still feel them around your soul. And that's where God met us, not when we had the right words or the perfect past, but when we were just honest. This song was born in that honesty. When Justin laid down his vocals, it wasn't just about singing clean notes. It was about remembering what it felt like to be trapped by the expectations of the world, and even more, the ones he put on himself. But you can hear it in his voice, that moment where grace walks in, where the Father wraps his robe around the prodigal and says, "You're still my son." Then Eminem came in with his pen, and he didn't hold back. He never does. That man has wrestled with demons most people would run from. He's fought addiction, grief, depression, and he put all of that in every bar. But what hit me the hardest wasn't just the rhymes. It was the moment he turned the verse and said, "The moment I screamed out his name, man, the chains that I dragged got destroyed like a lion." That line broke me, because I know what it means to scream in desperation and watch Jesus show up. This song is rooted in Acts 16, Paul and Silas sitting in prison, chains wrapped tight. But instead of breaking down, they broke into praise. And the word says, "Suddenly there was a great earthquake, and everyone's chains were loosed." That's the God we serve, a suddenly kind of God. A God who steps into midnight moments and shakes the ground beneath your bondage. A God who doesn't just crack the door open, he breaks the lock and throws it into the fire. Some of us grew up believing freedom was for the holy, but this song was written by people who learned that freedom is for the hungry, for the bound, for the ones who finally stop pretending and just whisper, "Jesus, I can't do this anymore." So if you felt something during this song, if your chest tightened, if your eyes watered, if a memory flashed that wasn't music, that was the Spirit of God tugging at your chain. And I just want to say, if he did it for us, he'll do it for you. He's not intimidated by what binds you. He's not embarrassed by what you've done. He's not overwhelmed by how far you've fallen. He is the chain breaker. And if you let him in, I promise you won't leave the same. Thank you for letting us tell that story. God bless you.